Hey, welcome back. So we got a little repair project on my hands. Picked up this Yellow Jacket Recover XLT recovery pump, so you can recover your refrigerants and put them into a tank. And it's broken, so I purchased it knowing that it was broken, and got it for a song. So we're gonna see if we can fix it. Apparently it's not building up pressure and there's a problem with the piston seal. So let's see what we can do. Okay, here's what they look like on the inside. You have like a condenser, some sort of valve, of course your compressor, piston, some pressure switches, gauges, and that's about it really. Got your capacitor probably for the motor there. But seems like a really well built unit. Let's take it more apart and see what the inside of that cylinder looks like. All right, we made a little progress here. Took all this apart, and this piston here is a two-piece. Kind of goes like that, and this piece screws on. And the seal, the guy had attempted to put an O-ring in there. Obviously that wasn't going to work. It's kind of like a paper piston seal that goes in there. And I'm going to take some measurements of this piston. And I've seen some of these on AliExpress for oilless compressor piston seals. And this is basically that. So of course it's not the original, but I'm pretty sure I can get by with using that, and it's gonna last a while, and you can get like 2 for $20, so 1 spare. Great. The cylinder has some wear, probably when that seal let go, the piston started rubbing on the cylinder here, so we do have some scoring. I do have a brake piston hone. If it fits in there, I might do a few passes in there, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea because this thing's aluminum, and you know, maybe I'll just clean it up with some Scotch-Brite instead, just very lightly. Just take away any like the more worst part of those scratches out, and then it's like it just rides on a paper seal. So I mean, and we'll lubricate everything and put it back together. It's not like sustaining combustion like an engine, you know. It's not gonna get, it will get hot, but it's not like explosions going on in there. So I'm going to take some measurements, order the part, and get back to you when I get some parts on hand. All right, fast forward a few weeks, and we got some piston seals, which are just a generic oilless compressor piston seal. The closest I could find is this one, and as you can see, if you put the top of the piston on top of it, it fits almost perfectly where that kind of crease starts. So I think it's going to work. The only problem is this hole is not big enough. If you look here on you see that the hole needs to be just opened up a little bit, but the rest of the seal I think will be good. It was like 4 for $20 shipped to my house. So if this works, it'll be a cheap fix. So I'll see if I can widen this hole, with a punch or a hole punch. I'll see what I got. If there's one that's really close, we'll use that, and we'll try it out. So let me see if I can find a hole punch and get back to you. All right, so I got my hole punch set here, and looks like this is a 1/2-inch hole punch. If I put it on top of the piston, it just fits snugly over that hole. Just a slight play there, but I don't think it'll make much difference. Once this thing is centered in the cylinder, you can't really go anywhere, right? You can't really go this way because it's like the cylinder is going to stop it from moving. So I'm not really concerned if I make the hole slightly bigger. So I'm going to see if I can center myself on this thing and get it right. That's why I ordered some spares. If I mess it up, I get a couple extra chances, you know? There it is. I just eyeballed it. Hit it with a sledgehammer. Now it looks pretty good. Pretty clean cut. No measurements, just eyeball. All right, there it is sitting on top of the piston. It's got a little bit of play left to right, so I don't know if that's gonna haunt me later on, but we're gonna try it. Right, so before I do this, I'm gonna put a little bit of PAG 44. That's refrigeration oil. Just gonna dab a little bit on there. I'll be right back. So I got a little bit of oil on there, and notice the direction of the seal has to be up. Notice that when I took it out, that's the way it was. Which makes sense, I guess. I want it to compress going up, so I'm just gonna center it as best as I can and just smash it in there, and hopefully it falls into the right place. Be right back. All right, I didn't put any Loctite on the thing. Maybe I should have, but it looks like it's just got a really nice snug fit. You know, it rides up and down really nice, really smooth. Seems like it's not too tight. I think this is gonna work. So I'll put it all together and give it a try. I reefed on it pretty good there, got it on there pretty tight. Figure this thing's gonna be like running pretty fast, so you don't want this thing untightening. It's gonna get real hot too, so yeah, I want a good torque on there, that's for sure. Hopefully this doesn't come apart, so we'll see. All right, so here we're back. I just turned the machine on. It's still open here, and I just connected a gauge to the pressure side. Initially, I plugged the vacuum side, and it went to vacuum and then shut immediately off, which is normal because you don't want to be... this is not really made to put the system under vacuum. It's just made to empty it. So I pressurized it up to 300 and then I shut it off. But I wonder, I'm not sure what's the highest safe pressure to use this. My gauges go up to 800. I figure if it goes up to 500, I'm good. So let's try it. Going up pretty fast. I stopped at 300 earlier. Now I'm pushing the machine just to test out this new seal. So we're now pushing 400 psi. And the machine kicked off high pressure. That means it reached the highest pressure that the machine is capable, and it's still going good. So, and it's actually holding 400 and roughly 425 psi or 420 psi there on the gauge. So that's pretty damn good. We'll call that a success. I'll shut this off, and I'll put the rest of this back together, and I'm going to try it on a working system. Hopefully you learned something with this today. Hopefully you can save your machine. These machines are really expensive, and maybe one day I'll get the allowance to put a thank you, buy me a coffee icon on there, but I'm not there yet. But You can leave a comment if you appreciate it. If you're able to fix your machine using this technique, I'll try to put the link to the description for the seals. And hopefully you guys succeed in your repairs. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.